Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Akam. Today, I wanted to talk about herbs. Okay, I want to talk about herbs. Look, I am a big fan of plants. I'm a big fan of herbs in particular, especially medicinal herbs. Now, I just want to, put this disclaimer out there. I am not a practiced, or what should I say, licensed. I'm not a licensed herbalist. I just like plant magic as a consumer, and I believe in the power of plants, right? So just take all of this with discernment. And obviously, if you want to use any of the herbs I recommend today, just make sure it's tailored to your own needs and make sure that this is something that you can actually use. And if you have any kind of health condition, then I would caution you to check in with your doctors first or with your licensed herbalist first before you take any of these herbs. But this is just for educational purposes and I'm just having fun here, okay? So, yeah. For as long as I can remember, I have always been um an herb girl. I love my adaptogens. Adaptogens are a class of herbs that allows your body, support your body through stressful times, makes your body more resilient to stress, to protects your immune system as well. So it just basically helps your body adapt to your environment, right? Without, you burning out, without you crashing out. And yeah, I just want to talk through the herbs that I have been using to support my healing journey, right? Because I believe that herbs have its own, very important usefulness and it can be an ally in our healing journeys as well. And I just want to showcase the herbs that have been helping me through my healing journey, in helping me in different facets of my life, right? Whether it's through my monthly cycles or through, keeping my hormones in balance or through, cleansing my liver or through, all these different things that make up our bodies, right? And just helping us function in an optimal state, right? And I feel like herbs have the power to do that. And they've been very evident in my own life, right? In helping me adapt to new changes in my environment, whether it's moving across the world from Nigeria to Canada. It's been helping me adjust through all of that major change, or whether it's been helping me adapt to the stress of career, it's been helping me through that, or even through the shifts that have been happening in my hormones as well. There was a time like late last year, early this year. So late 2025, early 2026, when my hormones were just all over the place and it really affected my monthly cycles as well. I'll go some months without, experiencing my cycles. And I knew that it had to do with major stress that I was feeling and severe burnout. And the herbs have really helped to bring my body back to balance. It has helped me to, to get my cycles back to a normal flow, back to the, normal cycle now. It's basically brought me back to an optimal baseline and I cannot rave enough about herbs. In fact, I am subscribed to one of my favorite herbalists. Her name is, can you see? Her name is Karen Rose. She has an apothecary in Brooklyn, New York, I want to say. And she wrote this very fabulous book. It's called Spiritual Herbalism. I love her work. I follow her on Patreon. I follow her on YouTube. I attend, her, I want to say quarterly at this point, but she holds like, sessions, virtual sessions as well. And I have been downloading her guidebooks that basically walk you through the herbs that are appropriate for the season in your life. Recently, let me see, she published one around self devotion. Let me see if I can quickly get to it. Can I find it? Yep. Self devotional check ins is what she called it. And she gave us a list of herbal companions, that can help us through this, practice of coming back to ourselves, checking in with ourselves. Because earlier this year she said, this year being the year of the fire horse, and I hope you know that this year being the year of the fire horse, there's going to be a lot coming at us, and we need to have that support, that's herbal support system to kind of help us, slow down sometimes, get our body, get our nervous system back to a normal baseline so that we don't feel burnout, and we don't feel, anxiety, and we don't feel all of those things that come with having a frayed nervous system. So she's been really, really consistent in giving us all the tools that we need to support ourselves during this time. And she actually does recommend a couple, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 herbs in this particular, guidebook. And there's been so many she has published in the past month, right? There's one she did recently on liver. And what I find myself doing is going back to this devotional checkings or guidebooks from time to time, just kind of, make sure that I am, getting the right herb to support me for whatever challenges I am facing in my life. And I actually brought a couple of herbs as well to showcase to you, the ones I have been taking so far and what I take them for as well. And I'll just be sharing a couple of them. I have 6 of them right here. And I will just tell you, show them to you one by one to kind of like, show you what I use them for. Now, this one is called, anyways, my camera is a bit shit when it comes to zeroing in. Okay, there you go. So this one is a mix of pau d'arco, black walnut, and hydrastis. Yep. It's a combination. It's a blend of all 3 herbs. And I also tell you where I get my herbs from if you're in Canada. It's called Herbity, Herbity. And if you order from Herbity, let me know as well, please. I would like to know if you order from them. But this is where I get my herbs from. This is not a sponsor. They are not sponsoring me. I'm just telling you where I get these herbs from. But they are very great quality as well. And this one particularly is good for detox and cleansing. I actually got it for a parasitic cleanse because I felt like I was, getting too much how should I say? How should I say this? Like constipation and just not, feeling a lot of not feeling too good when it came to that. And I just thought, you know what? It's usually recommended to do a parasitic cleanse ever so often, maybe like twice a year or once a year, or maybe even more often than that. But I'm just going to stick to twice a year. And I hadn't done one in such a long time. Like we're talking years. So I thought, and I have pets as well. So I thought, you know what, let me get on this and just, see what this is about. And it has really great reviews as well. It really did help me to like, get my tummy to like a normal baseline. And each of these herbs, like Pau d'Arco, has its own purpose. It's very, very good. And this is like the standard blend for like a parasitic cleanse as well. It's like the gold standard. And it's so good. It's almost at the half line mark as well. So I take this one not as often as the others, maybe just once in a month or so. Now I do it once a month, but it's really, really good, and it's very bitter as well. It's a bitter herb. And how you take these herbs is that since this is a tincture form, and tinctures are like a liquid extraction of the herbs, it's usually soaked inside of a high content alcohol like vodka or whatever. I think vodka is the standard one they use. But I don't know what these guys use, but I know it's alcohol. But I don't know what alcohol. But yeah, it's usually soaked in alcohol so that the alcohol helps in extracting all of the, essential nutrients from the plant. And this one is very bitter. And how you take it is if you don't mix in your water, that is, usually it's recommended you could mix in your water or your juice or your tea or whatever you have. But sometimes, actually most times, how I like to take it is I would take like a dropper full of it and then put it under your tongue, right? And you let it stay there for like 30 seconds. But I probably wouldn't advise you to do that if you're taking this, you know, for the first time, because it can sting a lot because of the alcoholic content. But if you are adventurous like me, you can try, because taking it I think it's called sublingual. Anyways, I'm not going to say under your tongue. I don't want to bite my tongue saying the word, but it's called a particular thing. Like it's called, I think it's sublingually or sub something. But if you take it, put it under your tongue, you have to hold it for like 30 seconds and then swallow, right? And then that literally gives it a faster absorption rate, right? Like once you take it that way, it like absorbs into your bloodstream a lot faster than if you are putting it in your water or your tea or whatever, even though you put in your water, it's going to, get absorbed pretty quickly. But then the tongue is like, under the tongue is like the fastest, method of absorption. So yeah. And then red raspberry leaf. Now this one is literally almost empty. And if you know, right? Because red raspberry is like the gold standard for like, all things, uterine, like it helps with your menstrual cramps, it helps with your uterus, in terms of toning that muscle. It just helps you, especially with our hormones as women. It helps us. Apparently also helps during labor and stuff like that. So it's a very good and powerful herb. I'm almost done. It's been seeing me through my painful monthly cycles. My monthly cycles have been quite painful this time. And I would say not the last one, the one before the last one. It was really, really painful. And this one has been helping me to combat that pain. Now, I think I need to go back to my Siberian ginseng. The Siberian ginseng was really helpful in, elevating those painful cramps I felt. Like before my period, I wouldn't even feel crampy. And during my period, I wouldn't really feel crampy. And I credit that to Siberian ginseng. It's a powerful herb for female, like our hormonal, you know, cycles, and it just really helps us to, or helps our monthly cycles to go a bit more smoothly. And I'm done with my Siberian ginseng. I just have the empty bottle. I probably should have brought it out with me, but it's somewhere, probably because I like to keep the empty bottles for future use. I don't know what future use, but I just like to keep them in my cupboard. But yeah, I need to get a new batch of Siberian ginseng. It's such a powerful herb for women. And another one I want to showcase today, this is like a blend of mushrooms. It's called Focus and Energy, a powerhouse of mushrooms and herbs, right? And what he has here is he has ashwagandha, he has holy basil, he has licorice, he has cordyceps, he has lion's mane, he also has Korean red ginseng, peppermint, and yeah, those are the herbs he has. But then this one was soaked in glycerin, vegetable glycerin, because I don't think you can do most of them in alcohol. You have to do them in glycerin for this one to be effective. And now what this one helps me with is it gives me focus, right? And it also gives me energy to go through my day. As someone that, gets tired, easily because of all the stressors, like it just helps my body or my system to be resilient, and it helps my system to adapt to all the stressors that I experience. And again, I take them I actually want to say the word, but I can't. But I take it under my tongue as well. And within 30 minutes, I begin to feel the effects too. And then another one I have here is mugwort. Oh, I love me some mugwort. I love me some mugwort. It's called Artemisia. I think it's named after one of the Greek goddesses or so, or Greek god. I don't know. But yeah, this is just a single blend. And as you can see, I'm literally done with it. Like this is finished, finished, finished. Now I use mugwort to help me sleep. I suffer from sometimes a lot of anxiety and racing mind, like especially at night when I want to sleep. It's very hard for me to fall asleep because my mind is going at 200 kilometers per hour, and it kind of leads to insomnia. But mugwort helps to, you know, Margot puts all of that to an end, because it just really triggers that sleep in me. And before you know it, my eyes feel very heavy. I can't open them anymore. I just want to fall asleep. And Margot is so powerful for that. So I take it every night before bed, at least 30 minutes before I want to go to sleep. I take like at least maybe 2 or 3 ml of mugwort. You're supposed to take each of them maybe between 2 to 3 ml 3 times a day or 2 times a day, depending on, what your needs are. But I try to take this one maybe once a day or twice in the evening just before I go to sleep. And it really helps. It has improved the quality of my sleep, and it helps me fall asleep like that. And I stay asleep at least for 7 hours. Like I get really good quality sleep. I be like really good quality sleep from Margaret. She's really, really that girl. And I'm so grateful to have her as a plant ally. I love Margaret. And then last but not least, I have my Korean red ginseng. And that powerful adaptogen I want to see. Yeah, she's an adaptogen. And that powerful one. She's very useful for my immune system as well. And I'm literally down to the last one, like literally down to the last bits of my Korean red ginseng. At least I've had this one for like what, maybe 2 or 3 months now. And she's also in this blend as well. She's in the Focus on Energy blend too. But I got this one before I got the Focus on Energy one, and she's been really helpful in, protecting my immune system, in just bring me back to an optimal baseline, and just in helping me, you know, feel functional, right? For me, like it's very useful to, get me going, and it just gives me all the energy I need to like go through my day. And she's a wonderful plant ally as well. And I really, really enjoy using Korean red ginseng. It's also bitter. Most of these herbs are bitter except the Focus and Energy one. And I feel like this one is maybe not as bitter because of some of the things it has, like licorice. Licorice is supposedly sweet, and it's also soaked in glycerin as well. So, you know, and basil as well is also, I think, what I want to say, sweet as well. Holy basil, I mean, it's kind of sweet. So this one is the sweetest of them all. It kind of tastes like a sweet cough syrup, somewhat. And I really, really like using all these herbs. All of them are so wonderful to use. And if you want to know a little bit deeper about the herbs, how to use them for your own, needs, and for your own sort of, whatever you need supporting, basically, I would really recommend you getting this book. It's called Spiritual Herbalism. So it's called The Art and Practice of Spiritual Herbalism: Transform, Heal, and Remember with the Power of Plants and the Ancestral Medicine. This is such a good book. It takes us through the different parts of our lives, from your skin health to your immune health to your sexual health to your, let me see, what's this other one, to your heart, to everything, like all the essential organs of our bodies. I'm just trying to open the book. And it also has very cool drawings like this. This is, oh yeah, it has very cool drawings like that. And there's so many more herbs I would like to recommend, but I didn't bring them out with me. Like hawthorn. Hawthorn is very good for your heart. And there's actually another tincture that is on its way to me right now. It's called motherwort. Motherwort is very, very good for your heart as well. And lemon balm. Lemon balm is very good for your nervous system. I actually have, well, I used to have lemon balm teas, but the batch I had is finished. So I got the tincture instead this time around. So I have a motherwort tincture coming. It's actually a blend of motherwort, lemon balm, and bugleweed. I've never tried bugleweed before, and I don't think I ever heard of bugleweed before now, but I'm very excited to try it. And I hope I can get it delivered to me today. It was meant to come yesterday, but I hope it can get to me today. I'm so excited, with the plants that I have right now in my toolkit. They've been really helpful in, getting me back to an optimal state and getting me back to a normal baseline. And then this book just gives you a lot of information around the herbs. It tells you so much about, what they are used for, what you can use them for, what they are most beneficial for. It tells you what the actions and properties are. It tells you also about the indications, and it also tells you about the contraindications as well. So basically, what you should not use it for if you have a particular problem, right? Because not all the herbs are, you know, going to support you. So, for example, if you take like a blood thinner or something, then there are certain herbs you cannot take, right? Because it will, contradict, the medicine you're taking. So you have to be very mindful of, what herbs you take if you have specific types of problems that you're already dealing with medicine. So this book is very, very good, and it's very comprehensive in its information when it comes to herbs and how to use them. And I know Karen has been in the field, the herbalism field, for a long, long time. So that's why I really pay close attention to whatever it is she's saying. And so far, all the things she has recommended and advised me to do, I have done, and it's been working out fantastic for me. So yeah, and it has lots of beautiful drawings like this one and lots of wonderful pictures. So I will encourage you, if you're interested in herbs, to get this book. It's a powerhouse of all the herbs, and it contains lots and lots of useful information. And so, yeah, I think I'll leave it there today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what herbs you're taking, and talk to you soon. Bye.